Ladies and gentlemen, you are most welcome to Timoleague this evening for the West Cork Junior A football final between Ballinascarthy and St. James. Finals are always special occasions, but this particular game has added importance. Ballinascarthy are seeking to complete a West Cork double, while the first ever title at Premier Grade is on offer for the men of Ardfield. Both teams, together with the full complement of team officials, are wished the best of luck. There is no change on the Ballinascarthy team as printed on your programme. There is one change to the Ardfield team listed in your programme. Number 13, Frank Hayes, does not play and is replaced by number 17, James O'Sullivan. The Ballinascarthy team lines out as follows. In goal, Barry O'Hanrahan. Right full-back, Owen O'Brien. Full-back, Chris Ryan. And on the left, Gerard O'Leary. Number 5, David Walsh. Centre-back, Daniel Nyan. And on the left, Kieran O'Neill. Along the parka, number 8, Sean Ryan. And number 9, Kieran Nyan. Number 10, Jeremy Ryan, who captains the side. Centre half forwards, Padraig Culnan, and left half forward is Ricky O'Flynn. And the full forward line is made up of number 13, David McCarthy, number 14, Killian Culnan, and top of the left, Brian O'Donovan. The St. James team. In goal, right cornerback, Michael McCarthy Brittis. Full-back, Owen Keane, and on the left, David Hayes. Number 5, Michael McCarthy, Donegal. Number 6, Kevin O'Leary, and left half-back, Joseph O'Sullivan, who captains the side. Number 8, Paul O'Sullivan, and his midfield partner is number 9, James O'Driscoll. Half-forward line, on the right, Aaron Hayes, centre forward, Sean O'Reilly, and on the left, Kevin O'Brien. And the full forward line, on the right, Frank Hayes, full forward, Mark Evans, and number 15, Alan O'Shea. The format prior to throw-in is as follows. The parade will be led by local piper Michael Heaney, and both teams will march behind their respective club flag bearers. And Oran Nevian will be sung by the award-winning St. James Score Group. Give them all a big round of applause.
conversation with any commentators, Jay and the crowd or anything about it? No, I can take that out now. I can adjust that.
A kid made a fault to Timoleague for the Southwest Junior A football final of 2019. St. James's versus Ballinascarthy on this fine sunny evening. A big crowd has gathered here in Timoleague as the teams are getting ready for the national anthem. Just a quick run through the teams. St. James's team, Dermot O'Donovan, Michael B. McCarthy, Owen Fian, David Hayes. Half-back line, Michael McCarthy D, Kevin O'Leary, Joseph O'Sullivan, Paul O'Sullivan and James O'Driscoll. Half-forward line, Aaron Hay, Sean O'Reilly and Kevin O'Brien. In corner forward is number 17, James O'Sullivan, Mark Evans and Alan O'Shea. Now, as we get ready for the national anthem, I will give you the Ballinascarthy team in a few minutes.
Prior to the commencement of the game, you were asked to observe a minute's silence for the late Mrs. Kitty Hayes, who has died. Her grandson, Frank Hayes, was originally selected on the Arfield team wearing number 13, and he's replaced by number 18, Kieran O'Donovan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for Oran Nivian.
Again, you're very welcome here to Timoleague. The Ballinascarthy team, I've named the programme is Barry Halloran, number 2 is Owen O'Brien, number 3 is Chris Ryan, cornerback is Gerard O'Leary, number 5 is David Walsh, number 6 is Daniel Nine, and number 7 is Kieran O'Neill. In the middle of the field is Sean Ryan and Kieran Nine. Number 10 is Jeremiah Ryan, Pádraig Cullinan and Ricky O'Flynn. Full forward line is David McCarthy and Killian Cullinan, and corner forward number 15 is Brian O'Donovan. I think in the start up for the St. James's team, it's James O'Sullivan is in corner forward instead of Frank Hayes. Today's game is refereed by Clonakilty's Andrew Welton, and his linesman is Shane Scanlon and Alan Long at Timoleague. We're ready to go to in Timoleague. Arfield are playing with a good breeze down into the right hand corner of the field. So a beautiful sunny evening here in Timoleague for the Southwest Junior A football final, and the excitement is building here in Timoleague. Referee Andrew Welton is about to throw in the ball, and here we go for the 2019 Junior A Southwest football final. Sean Ryan is the first man to get the ball. Sean passes to Kieran 9, back to David Walsh. David Walsh is going forward, back to Kieran 9, back to Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan looks up, gets it to Pádraig Cullinane. Pádraig Cullinane turns around Sean Ryan onto Jeremy Ryan. Out for it is number 12 Ricky Flynn into Killian Cullinane. Killian Cullinane turns over to David McCarthy. David McCarthy sends it into Killian Cullinane and over here to corner forward. Pádraig Cullinane. Pádraig Cullinane takes a shot and it's gone wide. So Diarmuid O'Donovan, the St. James's goalie, is ready to kick it out to his centre field man, Paul O'Sullivan. Paul O'Sullivan goes across the field, back into Diarmuid O'Donovan. Diarmuid O'Donovan brings it out here to the middle of the field and out here to Michael B. McCarthy. James O'Driscoll is going through the middle of the field. It's still James O'Driscoll. James is going strong. Pass goes astray. Ballinascarthy get it, and it's up here to Ricky Flynn. Ricky Flynn up to Killian Cullinane. Killian Cullinane is out the far side of the field. He needs help. Killian needs help. Killian brings it in to the middle of the field again, and back here to Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan is in the middle of the field. Takes it back to his cornerback, Owen O'Brien, and brings it out to Daniel Nyan. Daniel Nyan brings it on. And Ballinascarthy are going up the field into the full forward line. Pádraig Cullinane is inside, but the cornerback for David Hayes. David Hayes works it out. Arfield worked it out to the far side of the field. Arfield playing with a strong breeze down the field, so they should make use of it and get the ball down. Over here now to Mark Evans. Mark Evans takes it down the right wing to Sean O'Reilly. Sean O'Reilly into the half forward line, and it breaks down, and there's a free in for St. James's. Ball touched on the ground. Referee Andrew Welton says. So things are settling down here now and settling into a pace in the Southwest Junior A football final. Number 15, Alan O'Shea for St. James's is lining up the free. Alan hits it strong, hits it good, and it's over the bar. A first goal for Arfield. Arfield are off to a good start. Alan O'Shea from a free. So the Ballinascarthy goalie is playing against a strong son, Barry Halloran. He's a cap on his head, and he's looking out the field. So we'll see what happens here now. It's important to win the kick out. It's a good ball out into the strong breeze, up into the middle of the field, and it's Paul O'Sullivan. The thing, Arfield are going through with Kevin O'Brien. Kevin O'Brien going down the right wing. Kevin O'Brien shoots, and it's gone wide. First wide for Arfield. Game still settling down. Ballinascarthy is settling down. St. James is settling down. Barry Halloran again going to kick out the ball in a crowded midfield. Sean Ryan and James O'Driscoll are in the middle of the field. Big ball out into the middle of the field. Underneath it is Paul O'Sullivan. Paul O'Sullivan wins the mark. Paul O'Sullivan hits it out here over into Alan O'Shea. Alan O'Shea around his cornerback. Alan O'Shea takes a shot, and it's gone wide. Too wide for Arfield. Fierce tight marking around the middle of the field here. Every player is followed. There's still a bit of tension in the air here in the first few minutes of the Southwest Junior A football final. Barry Halloran is waiting for Sean Ryan to tie his lace in the middle of the field, and he's ready. He goes out into his position, and away we go. Barry Halloran is kicking out the ball. Barry goes long again, out into the middle of the field. Sean Ryan and James O'Driscoll underneath it. Mark. Number 5 for Artfield, back to number 6, Kevin O'Leary. Number James O'Driscoll is going through the middle again. That's a good score for St. James's. Are 2 points to nothing gone in the first few minutes. Arfield are after starting strong. They're winning the kick-outs at the moment. Barry Halloran is again kicking out. There's a bit of pushing and shoving in the middle of the field. Barry kicks it out. Out underneath it is Kevin O'Leary. Free up for Ballinascarthy. Short kick out to David Walsh. David Walsh will find Sean Ryan. Ballinascarthy is slowly building it up the field. Sean has a look up, goes short. Killian Cullinan is out a long way from his full forward position. Ricky Flynn. Back to David Walsh. Back to Killian Cullinan. Slow build up for Ballinascarthy. Patient build up. It's gone in, and Ballinascarthy have won a free on the half forward line. Quickly taken by David McCarthy inside in the square. Artfield goalie is bringing it out to their cornerback Michael McCarthy B. Back into the full back line, work it across the goal. Dangerous play, but the goalie is there and it is in safe hands. Work it out here to the cornerback to David Hayes. David Hayes down to the middle of the field here to Sean O'Reilly. Sean O'Reilly is going in a solo run. Sean has some speed. David Walsh is tackling him. David Walsh has fouled him. Sean O'Reilly is won that good free, taking it fast. To number 17 is James O'Sullivan. James O'Sullivan is sub into Joseph O'Sullivan. Joseph O'Sullivan loses the ball, picked up by Ballinascarthy and worked out by Killian Garrod O'Leary. Ricky Flynn, Ballinascarthy. A free again for Ballinascarthy. Things are getting a bit heated around the middle of the field. Ballinascarthy to bring up the ball. Ricky Flynn is bringing up the ball, told by the referee, and calming things down a small bit. Sean Ryan again taking the free. Sean hits in, and Arfield colliding each other. David McCarthy is there, but number 5 for Arfield is Michael McCarthy D. And Arfield are bringing the ball out. Their full back line, Owen Feehan across his goalie, and Arfield are working it out the far side of the field. There's a lot of space out there on the far side of the field, so Arfield are moving down the field. Kevin O'Leary's on to number 12 for Arfield, Kevin O'Brien. Kevin O'Brien is still on the ball into the full forward line, and the referee says play on. And number 10 for Arfield, Aaron Hayes, and he kicks it wide. Arfield, after starting this game away better, they're after settling a lot faster. Okay, they're playing with a good stiff breeze, but and the sun behind their backs, so Ballinascarthy yet to get into the game. Again, Barry Halloran is kicking out, has a look up, see what options he has out in the middle of the field. He hits it big and strong and long. Underneath it is Ricky Flynn, and David Walsh gets the break. David Walsh is back to number 2, Owen O'Brien, and back to Ricky Flynn. Ricky Flynn has space onto Killian Cullinan and onto Daniel 9. Daniel 9, Ballinascarthy turns around across the field to Sean Ryan. Slow build up again for Ballinascarthy. Sean Ryan onto Daniel 9, all working around the middle of the field. Slow build up again. Daniel 9 has a look. And David Walsh must get down the ball. Well done, David. back to the field again, to centre back, and back to Sean Ryan in the middle of the field. Jeremy Ryan over the far wing under the scoreboard, and a slow build up again with Ballinascarthy into Kieran O'Neill, into Corey Cullinan. Sean Ryan in the middle of the field again. Sean Ryan going up the middle of the field. Sean having a look up, plays it out here. Sean still with the ball, out to David Walsh. David McCarthy, Kieran Ryan, Ricky Flynn. They play the ball across the middle of the field to Killian Cullinan. Killian Cullinan is taking him on, and Killian Cullinan is overcarrying the ball to the referee and to the free out for Arfield. Short free again to Michael McCarthy. Michael McCarthy D moves it on to Paul O'Sullivan. Paul O'Sullivan down into the half-forward line, gets the break, and Arfield win the break. Coming across to here to Mark Evans. Mark Evans pumps it into Alan O'Shea, and Ricky Flynn wins it. Out to David Walsh, Owen O'Brien, Jeremy Ryan, and across the middle of the field to Kieran Nine, up to Kieran O'Neill. Kieran O'Neill up the middle of the field again, a slow build up again for Ballinascarthy. Playing it around the middle of the field, back to Kieran O'Neill. Into the full forward line of Brian O'Donovan. Brian O'Donovan in the far corner, and a free in for Ballinascarthy. Far corner, the free has been taken into a stiff breeze and into the sun. Ballinascarthy take a free, landed short. Ballinascarthy, Killian Cullinan still has it. Out to Corey Cullinan, back to Killian again. Killian stray pass goes astray, and it's over the sideline. Arfield take a short line ball, going down the far side of the field again. Arfield are moving the ball a lot faster and a lot swifter when playing with the wind. Aaron Hayes again taking Ballinascarthy on. Aaron is still going. Aaron is going down the far wing. He's still going. He's the goal in front of him. He takes up shot and across the goal and gone wide. Arfield are after missing a few shots here now in the last few minutes. That breeze out in the middle of the field is a bit more stiffer and maybe harder to score than it is here in the stand in a bit of shelter. So Barry Halloran again for Ballinascarthy is taking a kick out. Again, they're well spread out around the middle of the field. It's long, strong kick out from Barry all along. Is he going to do the same again? He's going to do the same again out into the middle of the field, and then contest in the middle of the field with Sean Ryan underneath it. Kieran Nine gets a break, but Arfield break down the field again. And you have Mark Evans. Mark Evans takes a shot, and that's a good score from Mark Evans. Arfield 3 points to no score to Ballinascarthy. Definitely Arfield are making use of this strong wind. Sean Ryan is down in the middle of the field, looking for attention. The referee has stopped the game. Sinead is in and attending to him. Water's going on from the sideline to the Arfield lads. It's still a dehydrating day. It's nice sunny evening with a strong breeze, so Arfield are getting plenty of water in while they can get this break. Sean Ryan is getting up on his feet, and Sean is okay. Andrew Welton blows the whistle and we're ready to go again. Barry is having a look out the field, taking up his options. So Barry kicks it again, a big, long, strong kick up the field, out to the middle. Underneath it is Killian Culnan, breaks it down for Kieran O'Neill, and a line ball over the far side. Arfield's ball, Arfield put it into Mark Evans. Mark Evans gets on the ball, doesn't pick it up. So the full back for Chris Ryan for Ballinascarthy, over to David Walsh, and over here the side of the field to Ricky Flynn. Ricky Flynn is coming up the side, plays it up the line, and you have Killian Culnan, collects the ball. Killian needs help. The referee gives Killian a free. Ricky's taking the free. Takes a short back to Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan around the middle of the field again, having a look up, looking at his options. Takes it across the field. Back to Kieran Nine. Kieran Nine in the middle of the field again, into the corner. And Pádraig Culnan is in the corner. Pádraig goes down the ball and picks it up. Pádraig needs some help out from the outside, and Pádraig is still with the ball. Pádraig still with the ball, and he lays it off to Ballinascarthy, Jeremy Ryan, and Jeremy Ryan gets the first score for Ballinascarthy. Ballinascarthy are off, 3 points to 1. Diarmuid O'Donovan takes a short kick out to Paul O'Sullivan. James O'Driscoll is on the ball on his half back line, takes it down to Kevin O'Brien. Kevin O'Brien is dispossessed, and Andrew Welton is playing advantage, but there was a free back further, so he's taking it back for the free. Short free back to the centre back, Kevin O'Leary. Kevin O'Leary is moving up the field, passes it off. Paul O'Sullivan. Paul O'Sullivan takes a shot, and a great score from Paul O'Sullivan. Good score from Arfield. Paul O'Sullivan takes a long shot from the 45 and puts it over the bar. Again, the wind is helping Garfield, and they're taking every advantage of it. Four points to 1. But Arfield in the driving seat at the moment. Barry Halloran against the sun, kicking out the ball. Big long kick into Daniel 9 onto Killian Culnan. Killian Culnan is going up the right hand wing. Puts it into Pádraig Culnan. Pádraig Culnan is trying to win it inside. Pádraig Culnan has won it. He's inside in the corner. Out to Daniel 9. Daniel 9 is inside the side of 21. Plays it out to the 45 to David Walsh. David Walsh is taking a shot, and a good score. It was tailing off wide, but it came in and went over the bar, and the umpire up in the top goal has put up the white flag. So Ballinascarthy are 4 points to 2. Ballinascarthy coming back into the game. Kieran O'Neill wins the kick out from Diarmuid O'Donovan. Kieran O'Neill onto Kieran 9, and Kieran 9 takes a shot again up into the air. It's going to land short. Diarmuid O'Donovan is coming out for it. Diarmuid O'Donovan collects it, and he's working. Arfield are working out from the full back line. Working small balls out. Arfield coming down the middle of the field of James O'Driscoll is playing very well and around the middle of the field. Arfield are playing very well. Number 8 and number 9 are playing very well for Arfield. Sean O'Reilly is taking the free. He decides not to. He decides to give it to Mark Evans. Sorry, he gives it to James O'Driscoll. James O'Driscoll plays it across the field to Kevin, to back into Paul O'Sullivan. Paul O'Sullivan has a look up and passes it short back into Kevin O'Leary, and Kevin O'Leary puts the ball into the centre forward to Sean O'Reilly, and Sean O'Reilly is over carrying the ball, so it's a free out for Ballinascarthy. It's a free. Where's the ball? The ball is in the middle of the field with Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan passes across to Killian Cullinan. Killian Cullinan is playing very deep. Sean is out in the middle of the field, having a look up. Sean is going through the middle into the full forward line into Pádraig Cullinan, but number 4, David Hayes, is working out the ball out to. And across here to Arfield, and across to Mark Evans. Mark Evans is bringing it down here to this side of the field, into the middle of the field, and back into Joe Sullivan. Joe Sullivan is going down the middle of the field, and Joe puts it in the full forward line into James O'Sullivan. James O'Sullivan has won the ball inside, and a great ball across to Kevin O'Brien. Kevin O'Brien takes a shot, and it's a point for Kevin O'Brien and Arfield. Every time that Arfield have gone down, they've got a score. They're playing well at the moment. It's 5 points to 2. Ballinascarthy yet to get into a stride, but definitely this breeze is making a difference. So Arfield are just 5 points to 2 ahead, and Barry Halloran is kicking out the ball again. Barry Halloran is kicking out the ball, a big strong kick out into the middle of the field. Underneath is Ricky Flynn. Ricky Flynn breaks it, and Ron McCarthy gets into James O'Sullivan, and James O'Sullivan takes a shot and lands into the goalie of Barry Hanron. Barry Hanron out to Ricky Flynn. Ricky is looking up the field again and passes short to David Walsh. David wins a good ball and wins a free as well. Ricky is taking the free. He now decides to give it to Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan plays it back. Ballinascarthy are working short to David Walsh. David Walsh to Chris Ryan. Brian O'Donovan. Ballinascarthy is going up the middle of the field. Good ball in from Brian to Pádraig Cullinan. A good ball to Kieran Nine. Kieran Nine going through, still with Kieran, and back into David McCarthy and Brian O'Donovan. Brian O'Donovan puts it over the bar to make it 5 points to 3. 2 points in it. Diarmuid O'Donovan takes a short kick out over to James O'Driscoll. James O'Driscoll is fouled. James O'Driscoll was pulled down. James O'Driscoll was pulled down by Sean Ryan. Referee Andrew Hilton is having a chat with Sean Ryan, and what will come out of this? Yellow card for Sean Ryan. Short ball to Joe O'Sullivan. Joe O'Sullivan to Paul O'Sullivan. Back to Joe O'Sullivan again. Arfield playing a short around the field. Aaron Hayes. Aaron Hayes, a bit of pushing and a bit of jostling off the ball. Andrew Welton has seen it, and Andrew is going over to dealing with it. Small bit of tension at the moment. We're having a good game here all along, in good conditions, but a small bit of tension after coming into it in the last couple of minutes. So Arfield's number 12 is Is Andrew having a chat with Arfield on number 12? He's also having a chat with, Paul O'Sullivan and Jeremy Ryan, got 2 yellow cards. Andrew's going to throw the ball up. Up it goes. Sean Ryan is underneath it. It's Breaky, he's bobbing around there, and it's a free up for Ballinascarthy. Ricky Flynn is down the ground. Ricky is down. It's not like Ricky to go down, so he's seriously injured, but no doubt he'll get up and get going. Looks like he got a belt in the head. Ricky's up after taking the magic water, and away he goes again. Sean Ryan is in the middle of the field and taking looking at his options. He pumps it into the full forward line into Brian O'Donovan. Brian O'Donovan is winning a lot of ball inside there. Brian is going into the corner. Plays it across. Pádraig Cullinan is going for goal. Pádraig and Brian are playing well inside in the full forward line. Pádraig is still with the ball. Pádraig is... have Ballinascarthy still got the ball. It's going where Arfield have won it and bring it out. Arfield have won them. James is down. Kevin O'Brien is going down. Arfield are dispossessed well by Sean Ryan. Dispossessed well by Sean Ryan, but the referee deems that he fouled him. Or is it a free? It is a free for Ballinascarthy, I would say. It is a free for Ballinascarthy. It is Ballinascarthy man. That was good dispossessing by Sean Ryan, because Arfield were on a run there and Ballinascarthy were exposed. But Sean Ryan came back and tapped the ball out of his hand, and that was good play. So Ballinascarthy are coming into the game now. Just if they could get another score too before half time, they would be there. They would be in it. So who have we down? We have number 2 for Ballinascarthy, Owen O'Brien. Is injured, but he's okay now. He's on the ball again, so Owen is soling up the field. Into Pádraig Cullinan. Pádraig Cullinan is working hard inside in the full forward line. Arfield are working it out to their number 2, Michael McCarthy B, getting across, working it across here to the field to Kevin O'Leary. Kevin O'Leary into Joe Sullivan, back to Kevin O'Leary. Kevin is going down the middle of the field into Kevin O'Brien. Kevin O'Brien gets it across here to Mark Evans. Mark Evans takes a shot using the wind, and it's a good looking score. It's a good score by Mark Evans. They're good points from Arfield, and that takes Arfield to 6 points to 3. So Arfield are still in the driving seat and playing well, taking shots from out around the 30, 40, 45 metres line, and with good accuracy putting them over the bar. Barry Halloran is taking a kick out again, out into the middle of the field. They're spreading out in the middle of the field here. Barry hits it over to the far wing, targeting Sean Ryan again. Sean breaks it to Kieran O'Neill, back to Killian Cullinan. Killian Cullinan is on the far wing, and Killian is looking for someone, and he takes it to Ricky Flynn and back to Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan is working it in the middle of the field, working it up slowly, and brings it in here to Pádraig Cullinan, back to Killian, or back to Sean, sorry, back to Pádraig Cullinan. Pádraig Cullinan is on Sean, back to Sean Ryan. Ballinascarthy men calling across the that's Kieran 9 into Kieran and O'Neill over the far side. And number 9 for Ballinascarthy, Kieran 9 up into the air. Underneath it is Arfield. Do Arfield win it? Yes, Arfield win it. And it's a free out. The Arfield man was pulled before he released the ball. The linesman is marking the place for the free, and back into David Hayes, takes it back into Diarmuid O'Donovan. Diarmuid O'Donovan works it across the goal to his far corner back, and Arfield are working it down the far line. Aaron Hayes is up in the half-back line and working it down. Aaron is, look at these options, cutting inside. Aaron is still on the ball. Aaron is coming and he brings it into the centre half forward, into Shawnee O'Reilly, into back to Aaron Hayes. Aaron is dispossessed. Aaron, free in for Arfield. Good hard work there by Ballinascarthy, but to give away a free, and they're about Arfield are about 55 yards out, and Mark Evans has the ball in his hands, and he's handing it over to Alan O'Shea. Alan O'Shea is telling him to go in, and no doubt Alan is going to pump the ball into the square, and he pumps it hard and high, and he puts it over the bar. Alan O'Shea, another good score for Arfield, takes them to 7 points to 3. Barry Halloran again, kicking out the ball. Barry kicks it long, high and long into the middle of the field. Underneath it is Kieran 9, and he wins a good mark. Kieran gets up, has a look around, plays it back, tees full back to Chris Ryan, back to Kieran. Kieran is working it up the field, over the far side, and the referee has blown the half-time whistle. It's 7 points to 3. It has been a good half an hour for Arfield, scoring 7 points and scoring some very good scores from 30-40 yards out. Okay, we have a good stiff breeze, and Arfield made full benefit of that breeze in the first 30 minutes. So it's all to play for here now.
Ladies and gentlemen,
at half-time.
it is our great honour in Timoleague to honour the Allegheny Rangers team of 1994 that won the West Cork Junior A title. They are asked to assemble by the goalmouth, and they will be introduced by Aidan O'Rourke.
Would you put your hands together, please, for the team, Southwest Junior A Football. Alligadeen Rangers won the Southwest Junior A Football title for the first time in their history in 1994, some 25 years ago. In 1993, Alligadeen won the County B Football Championship and moved up to Junior A in 94. In the Southwest Championship, they beat Island Rovers in extra time in a replay, and then went on to a replay, a second round, before beating Clonakilty. In the semi-final, they beat a fancy type McCormick's and met near neighbours Ballyroe in the final. The two teams had already met in the junior hurling final, Ballyroe winning, and the football final was not played until November the 13th because of the hurling commitments in the division. In atrocious conditions in Kilbrittain, Alligadeen won the football final by 7 points to 5, with Ballyhart kicking 6 of the 7 points. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain on that day was Ty Crowley, who lined out at right half back. Their goalkeeper, Finbar Welsh, he was also their hurling keeper on that year. Right corner back was Seamus Crowley, one of the 5 brothers on the team. Fullback, the mighty Mark Foley, Cork All-Ireland hurling hero in 1990. Left corner back, Declan Crowley, the youngest of the Crowley brothers. Centre half back, Ted Crowley, the brother who commuted from Boston during that season. He is represented today by his nephew James. Left half back, John Deneen, a crouch tackler with Ironman all the way from Kilshanaghy. Centre fielders that day, Tony Crowley, another one of the brothers from Scaife. And Bill Hart, a cultured left foot. Right half forward, Noel Cashman. Noel is living in Australia and he is represented today by his brother John. Centre forward, Emmett Harrington, a lightning fast blondie winner. Right corner forward, Niall Harrington, a classy forward with a scoring touch. Full forward, Brendan O'Sullivan, a tall man often called out the field when the team was in trouble. Left corner forward, John Crowley, the 5th brother and a handful for any defence. He now lives in New York and is represented today by his nephew Joe. Subs on that day, we had Michael Walsh, the youngest member of the squad. He is also becoming one of Alligadeen's finest. By God, I forgot a very important man. My apologies. To the one, the great man himself, the scoring machine, Ballyhart, centre forward, top scorer for 25 years ago with a tally of 44 points. And next up was Patrick Crowley, a sterling defender and brother of Captain Tig. Kevin Kelly, sorry, I beg your pardon, a classy left footer who left many defenders in his wake. Dermot Lawton, a tall midfielder, is now better known as Jack Lawton's father. Aidan Lawton, a brother of Dermot's. He was the reserve goalkeeper on the day. Niall Ryan, a willing footballer, but was always more comfortable with a hurley in his hand. Martin Cumman, a great servant on Arrogideen Rangers for a lengthy period. Patrick Hart, a true clubman and brother of centre fielder Bill. Aidan Hart, a dual player and a brother of Bill and Patrick. Michael Hart, stamina to burn and a foot and a hat like any other man you've never seen before. A fantastic man and another member of the Hart brothers. In charge of the team and directing operations were coach and trainer, Mr. Football in Timoleague, Peter Fleming. Unfortunately, Peter is abroad on agricultural business and is represented here today by his son Bill. Co-selector with Peter was former Arrogideen footballing great, the late Victor Smith. Representing Victor is his wife Pauline. No doubt she will be hoping for a ball win today. Also assisting on the sideline during the season was another Arrogideen legend, Mick Foley, father of Mark Sean, and with him is his son Jim, who is also a sub. John Crowley, another member of this wonderful team. Ladies and gentlemen, would you show your appreciation to the 1994 Arrogideen Rangers team, West Cork Junior A football champions. Ladies and gentlemen, give them another big round of applause.
Two people who were deeply involved with this historic victory are sadly no longer with us. Long-serving Arrogideen chairman Joe Crowley, who had 5 sons on the team, and the great Arrogideen stalwart and selector, the late Victor Smith. I am sure they are both proudly looking down on us today. Yesterday, Gorevshiad.
And the piper will lead them out now. So again, a big round of applause for the Arrogideen Rangers, 1994 Southwest Junior A football champions.
Okay, we're back here again for the second half of the Southwest Junior A football final. St. James's 7 points, Ballinascarthy 3 points. Andrew Welton is in the middle of the field, waiting to throw the ball in, and away we go. Middle of the field is Kieran 9. Kieran 9 wins it. Over to Jeremy Ryan. Jeremy Ryan playing it over the far side of the field to David Walsh. David Walsh puts it into the full forward line of Brian O'Donovan. Brian O'Donovan into number 13, and he hits it short. David O'Donovan gathers it, brings it out the wing under pressure from Brian O'Donovan, and it goes into the far corner. Artviller work it slowly out. David O'Donovan for St. James's, playing a cagey around out to Michael B. McCarthy. Michael B. McCarthy back to his full back, and he's shouldered out over the line. Owen Fian. Jeremy Ryan, sideline ball taken. Jeremy Ryan into Ricky Flynn. Ricky Flynn takes a shot, and it's tailing just wide. So we're in the early stages of the second half. David O'Donovan is going collecting the ball to kick it out. David O'Donovan is looking up the field. Now Arfid are playing against the breeze and against the sun. What'll he do? He'll hit it out strong. Underneath it is Ricky Flynn. Broken to Paul O'Sullivan. Paul O'Sullivan is playing advantage. Paul O'Sullivan has got advantage, played away to Micheál McCarthy. Over to Kevin O'Brien. Kevin O'Brien turns around, back to Micheál McCarthy. Micheál is working up the right hand wing. Into Mark Evans. Mark Evans puts it into the corner forward. Into Alan O'Shea for St. James's. Alan O'Shea is working it back out the half forward line, looking for a man to play it off to. He plays it off to Kevin O'Brien. Kevin O'Brien is tackled and he takes a shot, half blocked down by Ballinascarthy. Sean Ryan works out to Ricky Flynn. Ricky Flynn works it down to Killian Cullinan. Killian Cullinan wins around the middle of the field. Killian Cullinan turns, plays it over here to Kieran 9. Kieran 9 over to Jeremy Ryan. Jeremy into Ricky Flynn. Ricky Flynn hits it short. Into Brian O'Donovan, and it's a line ball. Ballinascarthy trying to get into the game again and get going. It's a line ball for St. James's. Number 7 over there, Joseph O'Sullivan, the captain for St. James's, taking the line ball. Takes it over to Paul O'Sullivan. His ball is broken, and Ballinascarthy have won it. Back to Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan, middle of the field, and back to David Walsh. David Walsh is having a look up. Back to Killian Cullinan. Killian Cullinan is all playing around the middle of the field, and Sean Ryan puts it in low into Pádraig Cullinan. Pádraig Cullinan is Ollie McCarthy wins it for St. James's. Ollie's being dragged and pulled, but he still gets away, and he plays it back to full back Owen Fian, and back to centre field Paul O'Sullivan, back to David O'Donovan, the goalie. St. James are very comfortable on the ball at the moment. Out to Kevin O'Leary. Kevin O'Leary looks to Aaron Hayes. Aaron Hayes is looking up and works it across the field. Back to Joe O'Sullivan, and Joe wins the ball and wins a free. Joe takes a fast free into Sean O'Reilly. Sean O'Reilly back to Paul O'Sullivan, back to the centre back Kevin O'Leary. Kevin O'Leary. Ricky Flynn was high with that tackle. Ricky Flynn gets a yellow. Kevin O'Leary is the man down at the moment. He's getting attended to. 4 minutes gone in the second half. Kevin O'Leary is up to his feet. Paul O'Sullivan is on the ball. Paul is having a look around, takes it short. Out to Aaron Hayes. Aaron Hayes, number 10, is working across the middle of the field. Taking on Ballinascarthy. Aaron takes it out here to this, out to the wing. And out to Kevin O'Brien. Kevin O'Brien is having a look around. Now Kevin has space, he's going to take him on. He's coming in. Into Micheál McCarthy. Micheál McCarthy loses the ball. And Ballinascarthy are working it out. Ricky Flynn is coming down here in the near side of the field to Kieran, and it's a free for Ballinascarthy. No, number 10, Aaron Hayes, gets a yellow card. There's a player down above it in the corner. I think there's a Ballinascarthy player. Andrew Welton's gone up to checking things. The excitement is still big here and good in Timoleague on a fine sunny Sunday evening in the middle of September for the 2019 Junior A football final. Andrew Welton is calling someone, is he? The referee is calling someone. Ballinascarthy player still David McCarthy is still down in the corner. David is up on his feet and he's ready to go again. Sean Ryan is kicking the ball down. Number 13, David McCarthy. Line ball. We have number 20 in for Ballinascarthy. Number 20 is Ben Murray. I must check who's gone off for Ballinascarthy. That was a half-time substitution, but definitely Ben Murray is in. Side in the full forward line. Ben is under the ball here at the moment. Ben is getting the break. Diarmuid O'Donovan beats Ben Murray to the ball and Diarmuid comes out. Diarmuid, St. James are on the attack with Kevin out to Kevin O'Brien. Kevin O'Brien is still with the ball up to Aaron Hayes. Aaron Hayes is soling up the line, being chased by Jeremy Ryan. Aaron is still with the ball. Aaron is still going. Aaron puts it in to Mark Evans. Mark Evans takes a shot and it's landed short, and has gone wide. So Barry Hanron is taking his first kick out for the second half. Ben Murray was unlucky there. Diarmuid O'Donovan was fast off the line and beat Ben to the ball. Barry Hanlon, is he going to kick it long again? He is. He's going to route it out the field. It's out into the middle of the field. Again, Sean Ryan's underneath it, but James O'Driscoll gets the break. James out back to Paul O'Sullivan, and there's a free for St. James's. James takes a short again to Kevin O'Brien. Kevin O'Brien is being tackled by Owen O'Brien, and Kevin takes it on and brings it to Michael McCarthy D. Michael McCarthy D is gone through the middle of the field. Still Michael McCarthy, Micheál McCarthy still going through, and Micheál is judged to have over carried the ball by the referee, and the referee is given a free to Ballinascarthy. Who has the ball is Chris Ryan. Chris Ryan is handing it over to Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan is taking the frees here today. So there's a sub coming in for Ballinascarthy. Number 12, Ricky Flynn, is going off, and number 18, Michael Carbery is in for Ballinascarthy. There's also a change in the St. James's team. Frank Hayes is on. And we'll just see who here is coming off. Frank Hayes is on for St. James's. And number 11, Sean O'Reilly, the centre forward, is coming off for St. James's. So we have two changes now. Nearly 10 minutes into the second half. Fast kick out. Sean Ryan is going through the middle of the field. It's Sean Ryan into Mikey Carbery. Mikey Carbery gets his first ball. He does well. Back to Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan brings it over to Killian Cullinan. Killian Cullinan is going to have a look. He's going to have a shot, and he puts it over the bar. A great score for Ballinascarthy. Ballinascarthy are coming in on their bikes now at the moment. That is bring the score to 7 points to 4. So Ballinascarthy are after getting into the second half with 10 minutes gone into the second half. Diarmuid O'Donovan kicks the ball out. Kevin O'Brien is underneath. Kevin O'Brien collects it, takes a shoulder, and Kevin O'Brien drives forward. Kevin O'Brien passes over to Frankie Hayes. Frankie Hayes just on and puts it into James O'Sullivan, and James O'Sullivan breaks it out here and back to Alan O'Shea. Paul O'Sullivan here, and Paul is still on the ball, and Paul is after getting a free. With fierce excitement here in the first 10 minutes of the second half. Ballinascarthy are coming in, there's 3 points in it, 7 points to 4. But Ballinascarthy are playing well now in the first 10 minutes of the second half. It's Alan O'Shea for St. James's have a free. He's about 43 metres out. He kicks it high. Is it going to tail in? It's just gone wide. So Barry Harnan from Ballinascarthy is teeing up the ball to kick it out. A good kick out into the middle of the field. Underneath it again is Sean Ryan. It breaks. Mikey Kirby's there. Kieran 9 is there. Kieran 9 picks it up, and he's fouled. Kieran is fouled. Sean Ryan has the ball again, and Sean Ryan is the referee tells Sean Ryan to come up a few yards to take the free, and is given to Killian Cullinan. Killian Cullinan is about 47 metres out, and with the wind behind him, no doubt Killian is going to take a shot and try to put it over the bar. Here Killian goes, and it's a good score. A good score by Killian. Ballinascarthy 7 points to Ballinascarthy 5 points. St. James's 7 points. That was a good score, a good free by Killian Cullinan. Definitely Ballinascarthy are playing better in the second half. Diarmuid O'Donovan is kicking it out. Again a long kick out. Underneath it is Kieran O'Neill. And Kevin O'Brien gets the break. Kevin O'Brien is fouled. David Hayes takes a short, and Ballinascarthy give away another free. James O'Driscoll is fouled. James O'Driscoll is giving it back to Paul O'Sullivan to David Hayes. Joe kicks it up the line, and Frank Hayes to Kevin O'Brien. Kevin O'Brien puts it in, and Kevin O'Brien is overcarries the ball again, and Andrew Welton is very consistent in this, and he is giving any player that takes over 4 steps. Andrew is blowing the whistle, and rightly so. So he is consistent, and it's a free down for Ballinascarthy. Paul O'Sullivan is down, getting attention here in front of us. So the game is held up for a while. Definitely there is a good breeze out in the field, and definitely it is an advantage to the team that's playing down to the bottom goal on the left hand side down to the dressing rooms. So Sean Ryan is taking another free. There's movement around the middle of the field. Jeremy Ryan comes to meet him, and back to Sean again. Sean gets it across the field and gives it to Pádraig Cullinane. Number 19. Number 19 is Dean Hart. Into number 2, Owen O'Brien. Owen O'Brien to number 18 to Mikey Carbery. Mikey Carbery to David Walsh. David Walsh to Brian O'Donovan, and a ball in, and Kieran O'Neill has gone in. Kieran O'Neill has gone in, and with 15 minutes gone, Kieran O'Neill has gone in safely into the full forward line. So with the wind, the plan is, by the look of things, is to pump ball into Kieran O'Neill, and we'll see what comes off it. Diarmuid O'Donovan kicks the ball out underneath it is Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan wins the ball. Sean Ryan giving it off to Ben Murray. Ben Murray is going in from the left hand side, cutting across. Over is Kieran O'Neill. Kieran O'Neill has to come out, and back to Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan has a look, and he pops it over the bar. Does he? No, it is wide, sorry. It looked like it was over the bar, but the umpire has waved his hands, and it's gone off wide. We have another player down with cramp or a leg injury in the middle of the field for St. James's. As the sun is going down here in Timoleague in this Southwest 2019 Southwest Junior A final, big crowd has gathered, two good sporting teams, and a great final in front of us here. A great game of football. So number 7 for Joseph O'Sullivan, the captain for St. James's, is up and ready to play again. Diarmuid O'Donovan pumps it out. Diarmuid gets it up, and James O'Driscoll wins it well. Over to Paul O'Sullivan. Paul O'Sullivan is working his way up the middle of the field. Paul over to Kevin O'Brien. Kevin O'Brien is playing well in the second half, winning on a lot of ball, and he puts it in. He puts it in to James O'Sullivan into Frank Hales, and Frank Hales over, and it's across the goal. Alan O'Shea put it across the goal. A score squandered for St. James's, but they're getting on the ball, and they're playing well. Especially Kevin O'Brien here on this side, number 12, is playing very well in the second half. So Barry Harnan for Ballinascarthy is eyeing up his options. He hits it out the far wing, or out the middle of the field, sorry, and a good catch, a good mark. Who is it? I can't see who it is, but it was a very good mark. Hits it over here to Owen O'Brien. Owen O'Brien to Kieran O'Neill, and Killian Cullinane back to Kieran O'Neill, and Kieran is to Sean Ryan. Sean to Dean Hart. Dean Hart is over the far side. He cuts in with his left leg, and he puts it wide. There's misses on both sides. The pressure is on with 15 minutes gone into the second half. The pressure is on. It's 7 points to 5. St. James's 7, Ballinascarthy 5. A short kick out by Diarmuid, this time to Michael McCarthy. Back across to Kevin O'Leary. Kevin O'Leary is going up the middle of the field, and Kevin is going up. He's still going. He's open ground in front of him. He's going, and Jeremy Ryan is catching up with him. He's fouled. Great run by Kevin O'Leary, and it's inspiring Artfield around me here to drive on for more. That's good run by centre back Kevin O'Leary, and he's after inspiring his team and rising his team. Number 15, Alan O'Shea, is going to take the free. Andrew Welton, the referee, tells him to come on, play on. He blows the whistle, and Alan is going to take a kick up into the air, and that's a good score by Alan O'Shea. Takes St. James's to 8 points, Ballinascarthy 5 points. St. James are just keeping their heads in front. Barry Halloran is going to kick out the ball for Ballinascarthy. Big, long, strong kicks all night long, and well won. Well done, well done, well won, well won in the middle of the field by Mark Evans, and he's taken the mark. Into James O'Driscoll. James O'Driscoll has a look up and plays it across to Paul David Hayes. And Aaron Hayes is going down over the ball. He picks it up. He's being tackled there by Chris Ryan, and Aaron still has the ball into number 12, Kevin O'Brien. And Kevin takes it back to David Hayes, and back to Aaron. Aaron is going well. Ball and a free in for St. James's. Good work there by Artfield. They have been really putting the pressure on, and they're winning their frees in scoreable positions there around the 20 to 25 metre line. Young Fish McCarthy here is driving on his team. A great servant to St. James's over the years. And Alan O'Shea also playing well. Alan O'Shea has got another score. And now St. James are slipping a small bit away. Ballinascarthy would have to get the next score to stay in the game. So Barry Halloran is a good kick out to Jeremy Ryan. Jeremy Ryan is going down the middle of the field. And back to Kieran O'Neill. And back to Sean Ryan, back to Kieran again. Kieran pumps the ball into Kieran Ryan. And Ben Murray. Oh, they still have it. Still have it with Brian O'Donovan. Brian O'Donovan is back to Ben Murray. Ben Murray is going across the 45. Will have a look and takes a shot. And what are the umpires going to say? The umpire is going to put up the flag. A good score by Ben Murray. That's a good score. That's getting Ballinascarthy, keeping him in touch at 9 points to 6 with 22 minutes gone. We've a sub in with Brian O'Donovan. Brian O'Donovan is going off, and I'm not so sure who came in there. Back to Diarmuid O'Donovan. Diarmuid O'Donovan, the St. James's goalie, is bringing it out here to Micheál McCarthy. Micheál McCarthy is working it up the line to Kevin O'Brien. Kevin O'Brien is keep going. Kevin is keep going, and he's keeping going. Back to David Hayes. And Frankie is down the ground, but he gets up, and he does well. He does well. Micheál McCarthy gets the breaking ball. Back to Kevin O'Brien again. Back to Micheál again. St. James is playing it very close. And back to Joe Sullivan. Joe Sullivan takes it to Frankie Hayes. Frankie Hayes, number 13, is taking on Ballinascarthy men. And Artfield, St. James's are playing very well. They're playing it tight here in front of us, in front of the crowd here in a splendid Timoleague League venue for the Southwest Junior A football final. Number 7, Joseph O'Sullivan, after getting attention. Alan O'Shea hits it short. Back to Alan again. Alan puts into the middle of the field to Paul O'Sullivan. Paul O'Sullivan is holding onto the ball. Take it to Kevin O'Leary, the centre back. And now Micheál McCarthy is going up, the wing back is going up the field. Micheál is making sure that he doesn't lose the ball. And good play by Micheál. He wins the free. Again, about 40 yards out in front of the goal. And everything is working towards St. James's way at the moment. So they have a free here now to go 10 points to 6 up if he gets it. There's a sub here on this side of the field for St. James's. Number 18. Number 18 is Kieran O'Donovan. And Kevin O'Brien has done a lot of hard work and a lot of good work. And he's getting a big applause from the crowd, and very well deserved, as Alan O'Shea puts the ball over the bar, and St. James are going to 10 to Ball to 6 points.
Especially those in the car park across the road.
Barry Halloran is kicking out the ball. Barry takes it short to Gerard O'Leary. Gerard O'Leary down here, this side of the field. To Kieran O'Neill, back to Sean Ryan. Sean is working across his own 45 and taking it back to Gerard O'Leary. Gerard is working his way, or this Owen O'Brien, sorry. Owen O'Brien is here on this side. Owen O'Brien is after winning a free. So good work by Owen. And the ball is going to be moved up. Kieran 9 is after coming out around the middle of the field to take the free. So Kieran kicks it in. And the full back. There's a free, is there? There's a free in for, I'd say, Ballinascarthy. Andrew Welton, referee, is talking to some few players. We have 26 minutes gone. Not so sure what's happening here. But anyway, in the meantime, Killian Cullinan is after putting the ball over the bar, and I think there's Alan O'Shea is after coming off for St. James's, and 19 is Conor Hayes. Conor Hayes gone on. Conor Hayes gone on, and it's 10 points to 7 in favour of St. James's, and goalie kicks it out. It's broken around the middle of the field, and Kieran gets the ball, and Kieran wins a free. Kieran O'Donovan wins a free. His first piece of action when he went in. That's good action by Kieran. Again, St. James's across here to James O'Sullivan. Back to Paul. Paul across to Kevin O'Leary. It's keep ball now for St. James's. They don't mind. They're playing around with it around the half-back line here. And back to Kieran O'Donovan again. And Paul is there again. Paul is working his way up the field. And making sure that they hold on to the ball. They're playing it over the far side of the field. And Joe O'Sullivan, James O'Driscoll is going a solo run. James is stretching the legs, and he's really going into the heart of the Ballinascarthy, and it's into number 13. Number 13 takes it. Frankie Hayes is over the bar. Frankie Hayes puts it over the bar. Now 11 points to 7. St. James 11, Ballinascarthy 7. Have St. James now in the cup with how many minutes to go? With 2 minutes of normal time. Have St. James now in the cup for the Southwest Junior A Football Championship. Barry Halloran of Ballinascarthy is kicking out the ball. It's up in the air. Kieran O'Neill wins it for Ballinascarthy, brings it down to Ben Murray. Ben Murray collects it and puts it into Jeremy Ryan, puts it into Mikey Carbery, gets it across to Pádraig Cullinan. Pádraig Cullinan, they're working, I would think, a goal. Jeremy Ryan has won a free, and Jeremy going to take it fast. He's not, he's going to give it to Killian Cullinan and settle things down. We're into the 29th minute. The linesman is after coming out to the fourth official, Michael Collins, and he's going to tell us now how much extra time is going to be played. And in the meantime, Killian Cullinane puts the ball over the bar, and we have 11 points to 8. We're going to have 4 minutes of extra time. This is exciting stuff here in the Southwest Junior A football final in Timoleague. We're having St. James at 11 and Ballinascarthy at 8, and we have 4 minutes of extra time. The ball is kicked out into the middle of the field, and St. James's go up in the middle of the field and in the form of Aaron Hayes, and brings it down and back to Paul O'Sullivan. Paul O'Sullivan back to Aaron Hayes. Aaron is coming into the game now in the most important time of this game for St. James's. St. James's are playing around with the ball and they're going to hold on to it, and Paul O'Sullivan is going up the field, plays it back to his centre back, to Kevin O'Leary. Kevin O'Leary is having a look up the field, and the ball is bobbing around over on the far side. Archie come away with it. Oh, they lose it. They lose it to Ballinascarthy. Ballinascarthy are gone down in the form of David McCarthy. David McCarthy into Mikey Carbery, and Micheál McCarthy wins it. And Arfield bring it out here to Kieran O'Donovan. Kieran O'Donovan. And it is Ballinascarthy that win the break. Daniel O'Neill is pulled to the ground with a high challenge, and it's number 19, Conor Hayes, the referee is talking to. Conor got a yellow card, so we're nearly into the 4 minutes of extra time. We're 1 minute into, we have 3 minutes left. 11 points to 8 to St. James's. There's fierce excitement here on the St. James's line. There's selectors and line and subs out in the field. Jeremy Ryan is going to take a free, and it's going to be short to Killian Cullinane. Killian Cullinane. Jeremy pumps it into the square. The ball breaks, and Tazarfield are coming out with it. And Micheál McCarthy was pulled down for St. James's, and he's going to slow things down, and rightly so. He's going to slow things down and take the sting out of the game. And Kieran O'Donovan works it up to James O'Driscoll. James O'Driscoll is James O'Driscoll. The ball breaks to Ballinascarthy. Ballinascarthy won it, and Daniel Nine has it. And the ball is into Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan. Great ball breaks. It's blocked down. Kieran O'Neill's shot was blocked down, and the cornerback saves the 45. And St. James's work it out. And there's a player down injured, a Ballinascarthy player injured in the full back line, on the full forward line for Ballinascarthy. I can't see who it is now, but we have another sub for St. James's. We have number 21, Seamus McCarthy gone in, and number 17, James O'Sullivan coming off, I think. This is going to add on a bit extra time for this injury now. So James O'Sullivan is coming off, to big applause here from the St. James's crowd on the hill here in Timoleague. Number 7, Kieran O'Neill, is still down, and he's hobbling off to the end line. He seems to be in a bad way with that ankle. So it is a free for St. James's. Paul O'Sullivan is Paul O'Sullivan is going to take it. The linesman is telling me go back to nearly the 14-yard line, and Aaron Hayes playing well in the last 10 minutes, winning a lot of ball, winning a lot of important ball. He plays it to David Hayes. David Hayes back to James O'Driscoll, and Micheál McCarthy out to Paul O'Sullivan. So James O'Driscoll there's no free there. They're playing on. Ballinascarthy killing Cullinane. David McCarthy comes across to Ben Murray. Ben Murray shoots and puts it over the bar. We have 11 points to 9. and we're well into injury time. This is a fierce excitement here. St. James's men around me here are shouting to the referee to blow up the game, but the referee is still playing it on. So you have Diarmuid O'Donovan, but St. James must win this kick out, and it goes up, and it is a line ball for St. James's. Yes, it's going up the field. St. James have played it back into Micheál McCarthy. Micheál McCarthy plays it to safe to James O'Leary. Back into Diarmuid O'Donovan. Diarmuid O'Donovan must gather it. He does. Plays it safe to the substitute in, number 19. Ben Murray steals it off him. Ben Murray is having a look, and Ben Murray is fouled. And it's free in for Ballinascarthy. So exciting times here. Ballinascarthy are down 2 points, and we're well into injury time. Jeremy Ryan has the ball in his hands. Jeremy takes it into the square. He pumps into the square. Sean Ryan has it. He's caught inside in the square. And it's a free out. It's a free out. It's a free out. The referee is blown a free. So it's blown out. So we're 5 minutes into extra time, and Arfield are going to work it out. And Arfield have won the Southwest Junior A football final. Big celebrations here as the players and mentors and supporters go into the field, and there's jubilant celebrations here for St. James's after winning the Southwest Junior A football final of 2019. There's lads here and they're jumping the wire. It's fierce excitement here with St. James's. After winning, the scoreline was 11 points to St. James's, Ballinascarthy 9 points. St. James's have won the Southwest Junior A football final for 2019. Congratulations to St. James's.
Because he's going to, you see that, or, you know, and you hear, he'll be talking to the mic after you hear it there.
Okay, have we got Alan? Please, Alan, over here. We congratulate Alan on winning the man of the match, some fantastic scores. And our sponsor is Tim O'Sullivan of Cash Awards, and Tim will now present the man of the match award to Alan O'Shea. Now could we get the players behind us and the captain, Joseph O'Sullivan, here please. Lads, on behalf of the Southwest Board, Ballinascarthy Durs, Cogorda Siena, Leshendon to the two teams for a fantastic West Cork final. I think you both deserve a great deal of us. Well done, both teams. It was a very unique occasion for football in West Cork. We had one team looking for the double. We had the other team playing in their first ever final. And now congratulations, Cogordas, to Nate Sheamus. Champions. Sponsor here. Well done, sir. Champions of West Cork for the very first time, junior A football. And guaranteed there'll be a mighty night on the mountain tonight, anybody who wants to go there. And our commiserations to Ballinascarthy. They have been a great team all the year, going for the double. They're still in both counties, and we wish them the very best of luck in both football and hurling. It was a great year for Ballinascarthy. Let's hear it for Ballinascarthy. Okay. Go on and break us a goal. Mission Way Tour, our thanks to referee Andrew Welton and the team of officials who did a great job on the day with two fine sporting teams. Hard-hitting but very sporting. Well done, lads. Okay, that's the referee. And our thanks to Timoleague for the facilities here today. Absolutely first class, and the pitch is outstanding. Well done, Timoleague, and the arrangements. And our sponsors, Bandon Co-op, are here with us as well. So thanks to them, their first year doing it, and they picked a unique year to be sponsoring the Junior A Championship. So well done to Bandon Co-op. But well done, Bandon. Okay, today belongs to St. James, the mountain. Even though you have a kind of kinky man here, I think, there's captain, but he's not. He's an outfield man to the backbone. Well done. And without further ado, I present the cup to Joseph O'Sullivan, captain. August, great Crawford for Ballinascarthy building from Joseph O'Sullivan, the captain.
I'd just like to start off by thanking Timoleague, which is the match that endurance and well run, and I'd like to put your hands together for Timoleague. Okay. Secondly, I'd like to thank Andrew Welton and his officials for the League against direct there at times, but I think he did his best and he kept the control as much as possible. Lastly, I'd like to congratulate Ballinascarthy on a very successful year. After winning the hurling championship after a 19-year wait, after overcoming two finals, losing, they came back again and had the ability to come back to win it. And today it just didn't go their way. Thanks for watching. I'd like to thank Kieran Callan and Diarmaid Kehan, Jerry Ryan in the hurling, and Damien Dooley. They stuck by us, they believed in us when we needed to. They go deep and they kept us all together, and it's a reward here tonight. I'd like to put 3 cheers for Ballinascarthy as well. Hip, hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. I suppose in the last nearly 10 years there's been a lot said about our club, with a lot of numbers leaving and people giving up and transferring clubs and all that. Call all that out. Lastly, I think this fella deserves a huge thank you. He's, I don't know how you describe him really, but I remember when we were 16, he came along and he was training with us. He wasn't training us, but he kept his head down and he trained with us to see what kind of group lads we are. The next year, for the next 3 or 4 years, he trained us for the next 5 or 6 years. Knowing for him, I don't know what I'd be standing here today this metro. So I'd like to thank Alan O'Shea. I want to say, up the fucking mountain! Oh boy.
Cheers! this way, lads. Here, Joe. Where's that? Go on, Joe. You get it off feet, though.
Before half time, when you